Okay. I think everything is working. I just really want to make sure before I even start talking, honestly. Um, I'm literally over here checking my phone. Like, it's my first time doing this. So I'm just really just trying to make sure everything is working. Um, Not really trying to waste any time, you know, doing any wordless talking if nothing's working. All right, I think everything is working. So without further ado, let me get right into it. So, um, in this live trading session, basically, I'm just going to be back testing my trades. I'm going to be back testing my trades, showing you me catching these sniper entries. And yeah, let's hop into it. So the first thing I see that my 4 hour time frame, that price is bullish. So basically, right, this is my previous bullish break of structure. And before I even continue with this video, like, before I even continue with this video, something that you may see me do is when I mark a price, I may get a little bit too in detail, like trying to mark every single pip. Like in situations like this, right? I mean, literally try to like make sure it's on the line and stuff like that. I don't know why, but that's just how I do it. I just want to, let you know, so just to be aware, I guess. So price is bullish. That's my bullish break structure. That means this is my swing low, right? And this is my swing high, and that is my swing range. So this is my 4 hour swing range, right? And so within this 4 hour swing range, that means all of this is what internal structure. That was a poor circle, but all of this is internal structure. So now that I know that price is bullish, the next step in my trade plan, what I do is I mark my demand zone as sub liquidity. Now in this situation, this is my demand zone of sub liquidity, right? And if I zoom in a lot more, this right here is going to be the candle specifically, the pivot candle. Now, for me, I don't do ranges. I don't mark up the whole range. I mark up the pivot candle. I like to be very precise if you haven't noticed already, but I like to be very precise in my analysis and, me just marking a price. And another demand zone of sub liquidity is this one, right? It has an inducement right here. Price came down there, it's up liquidity, and it continued to go down, right? And so the candle for the pivot candle for this one will be this one. And why this one? Because this candle right here, this gray candle, it's a candle that caused this move. It's a candle before the move, rather. So those are my two zones that up liquidity. So basically, these are my two high probability zones. Cool, right? Um, cool. Guess what? I go to my 15 minute, and I do the same exact thing. The same thing that I just did on on my 4 hour. I do the same exact thing on my 15 minute time frame. Because honestly, it is the same thing. I found my previous breakup structure, which is this one, right? So the swing low of that breakup structure is here. And as you can see that it has got broke, like it's been broken. So this means that this is an internal market shift, which basically means that the internal structure is bearish. So internal structure is bearish, right? But actually it's not, because it's not officially bearish because price never closed below this swing low. I have a lot of wicks. I have no closure. So price never closed. So honestly, price is still bullish in a way. Um, you can say it's bearish, but there was no. Well, I'll say like this: price is bearish, but it just is right now is coming up to sweep more liquidity because it hasn't really given me a bearish break of structure. But I'll say it like this, right? It broke in this structural low and it's broken this structural low. So, well, it didn't break that one, but it broke this one. So, I mean, I could say that it's bearish, but it's not really bearish if you understand what I'm saying. All right. So what I'm gonna do is basically I need to see what the narrative of price is. And this is the most important part of my trading analysis is when I get to my 15-minute time frame. My objective is to find that my objective is to create the narrative of price, or basically find the story of what price is doing. Is price in an uptrend? Is price in a downtrend? Is price sweeping liquidity? Like what is price doing? Right? And in this scenario, I'll mark this as my supply zone of sub liquidity, right? Because it did sweep liquidity. If I zoom in some more, if you don't know, right? Price went up, it came down, I went up, reversed a little bit and came down. Now I know it doesn't look like all of that right here. It just looks like prices went up and came down. But the way I see it, I look at all of the small details. And why do I look at the small details? That's how you catch those sniper entries, right? Instead of catching normal one or threes, and one or threes is not a problem. One or threes are perfect. Like nothing wrong with catching one or threes. But I've been catching one of 35s, one of 10s, one of 15s, like even one of seven is something different. Even a one of five, that's something better than a one of three. So, and that's what I do. I'm catching sniper entries, right? So in this scenario, I see that price is bullish. Well, let me go back before I even continue. I see that my swing structure, or in other words, my external structure, my 4-hour structure is bullish. My internal structure is not really determined, right? And I said it because this is my last break structure. I mean, I guess I can say that price is bearish. And I said that because price is broken to swing low, and it takes a lot of money. It takes a lot of orders to break a structural low. So even though price didn't create another break of structure, I can say that price is bearish. So yes, I'm gonna go with price is bearish, right? And I see here that price is tapped into my supply zone, that's sub liquidity. And guess what? This is the perfect time. Because guess what? Now I drop down to my 5-minute time frame. I jumped down to my 5-minute time frame. Actually, before I even do that, let me just go back one candle just to, soon as price tap into my point of interest, I drop down to my 5-minute time frame. All right. Around my 5-minute time frame, basically I look for my entry model. So basically the reason or the environment on why I should enter. Or, however you want to see it, I look for my entry model. Right. So on my 15-minute, on my 5-minute time frame, this is the pivot candle that led to all of this bearish order flow. This is the candle that led to price even coming down all the way this far down. That is the candle that led to that. So price did not tap into that yet. But okay, I'm trying to see. So this is a supply zone that's sub liquidity. So if price goes up, even if price goes up higher, it'll literally down. I'm starting like if price goes up even higher, it'll be sweeping this. It'll be sweeping this high right here. So let me zoom in right here. Let me zoom in. And so I see that this is my last internal break of structure to the upside on my 5-minute time frame. That means this should be my swing low. Right, this should be my swing low. So price never tapped into my 5-minute, but let's see what happens. Let's see what the next candle is. All right, here we go. Trading view start to act up. Bro, I don't know what's been going on with trading view, but it's really been like acting up for some reason. I don't know why. I really don't know why. Let me just go back. It's really just been acting up. Like especially when I try to back test, like it starts to trip. Like look how slow everything is loading, bro. I don't know, it's crazy. Anyway, let me go back. Let me go back, bro. Probably was about here. One thing about it, like I don't like to see what price is gonna do before like I really don't like to see it. That's why I'm going back as far as possible. Cause like the way my mind works is like if I see that price, see, I didn't want to see this. That's what I was talking about. So I mean, let me just I guess analyze price from here then, cause I really just don't like to see what price does before I analyze it. Cause my mind starts to be like, okay, I seen that price is coming down, so let me make sure I look for sales. Like no, I want to really like you know what I'm saying. So like I said earlier, if price was to continue to go up, it was going to be sweeping this high, and it did. Right? It gave me a V-shaped reaction. Then it continued to come all the way down, and at the moment, it is at a demand zone of subliquidity. It's right here, and I don't just see a demand zone of subliquidity. It actually has subliquidity. All right, and let me show you what I mean. Let me zoom in. All right, let me zoom in. So this is a demand zone of subliquidity because it literally swept all of the liquidity from the candles before. This swing low, this swing low. Yeah, all of these swing lows got swept by this candle right here. And this is really too small to be marking, so I'm not gonna mark it. But all of this is got swept by this candle right here. So yeah, this is a demand zone of swept liquidity. Price tapped into that demand zone. All right. Um it probably has some liquidity on my 5 minute. It looks like it swept liquidity underneath this inducement here. It swept liquidity underneath here. And after that liquidity sweep, it gave me the fractal market shift about here. So honestly, my entry would have been here. This would have been my entry. Now, price still has a high chance of coming back down. Why? Because, I mean, price barely tapped into this area. So honestly, let me go to my 5 minute. Actually, I'm gonna wait for price to come back into this area. Then I'm going to my 5 minute. Now, if price doesn't come into this area, then I just look for another entry. Okay, looks like price may not be coming. Okay, just saw some liquidity. So more liquidity. Price is chopping around a little bit. Cool. Now it just tapped into my area. So now I'll go to my 5 minute. And why don't I just enter? Because price can do whatever the price can do whatever it wants. I was about to curse. Price can do whatever it wants. So, right. In this scenario, this is my 5 minute time frame. This is the candle that caused price. This is the pivot candle that caused price to go up way up there. So that means what? This is a very strong area. Honestly, I would enter right there. I would enter literally right there. Why? Because like I said, for one, I'm at a medium time frame demand zone of sub liquidity. For two, price came into the zone, like this zone was created by some more liquidity. Like this is a V-shaped reaction. So price swept more liquidity. For three, price my entry model is presenting itself. And honestly, I probably wait for one more entry criteria. Only because of all of this bearish momentum. And look at that. Look what price just did. So if I would have entered, I would have got stopped up. Let's see what price continues to do. All right, I might say most likely the sweeping liquidity. Um, I needed to close above that candle. It did not close above it. It looks like it's about to continue to go back down. But let's see before we assume. All right, let's swap liquidity from the bottom again. So here we go. That's my entry model. So here, price came all the way down here, sweeping liquidity. After that liquidity sweep, it gave me a fractal market shift, right? And this is my pivot candle that led to the imbalance. So honestly, I still would not enter only because price is still heavily bearish. So basically, I would need for price to close above here. And why here? Because this is my last internal breaker structure to the downside. So I need price to close above there. So I just need like just one candle to close, not a wick, but a candle. Boom, price closes above there. Now this confirms to me that when price comes back down, it's gonna respect this area. All right. If it comes back down, because sometimes they just like to run. Are you doing it again? They're just running. All right, bro. You serious? I mean, I see that supply is running out, but I also see that demand is running. Hey, bro, it was right there. Okay, I don't know what that was. I'm not like if price not hitting my point of interest, I'm not entering. I don't care if we get one pip away from my point of interest. If we're not touching it, no entry. Like I see that it's creating liquidity, so it's got to come back down anyway. I don't know what is it doing right now. Like, it just doesn't want to come down. I just needed it to come down here. Now I could have looked for another entry, and I could have adapted, etc., etc. But like recently, I've been getting stopped out. Like back test, I'm tired of like having poor entries because of my impatience. So cool. Look at that. Look at that. So I would have entered right there. Look at that. I don't even gotta say nothing, bro. Look at that, bro. Look at that. That's hidden take profit. Literally. Like, bro, I would bro, I would have literally entered right there. Right. I would have entered right here. That's what I said. Not entering until price comes to my take profit. I would have entered right there. Right. There's no liquidity on my 5 minute. So that means guess what? There's not going to be any liquidity on my 1 minute. Now if I zoom in on my 1 minute, there's no unmitigated point of entry. Now I can say this one. Right. I can say here. So let's actually pull out this. I can say about there, right? And price, okay, it didn't even reach there. So what I can do, if I really wanted to, I would paste my take profit just below here, and I would paste I mean not my take profit, my stop loss just below there, and I would paste I'll paste my stop loss just below the area. Now I'll paste my take profit. Well, actually, I already reached that area. Well, honestly, it reached that already. Cause I would probably placed it about here somewhere, just about above the swing highs. And as you can see, I'm not just putting it where price is. This is where I actually would have placed it, right here. Why? Because look at this. Let me get this tool out. Inducement. There's liquidity sitting right above here. That was supposed to be a dollar sign. I don't know. My drawings suck right now, but yeah. So, price just moved a little bit too fast before I could enter, but that's why I would have entered that. And you see how price literally ran to my take profit. It ran. It didn't walk. It ran, bro. And how long did this trade play out? Just about 14 minutes. So, in every single trade, this is what I do. Whenever every time that I back test, I have these things in mind that this is a 50K account. Like I'm trying to pass I'm trying to get funded. Either I see this as either a eval or I'm trading with a 50K funded account. And in this scenario, if this is a 50K funded account, if I would have lost this trade, right, and if I'm using 1% of my account, that's $50 a tick. That's 12 times 50. I would have lost, if I lost the trade, I would have lost $600, right? $600. I'm pretty sure I look backwards on that. If I would have won, which I did in this scenario, I won about $6,900. So this was a nice trade. Let's see how much was I in drawdown. Like how much did price come to my drawdown? Because I wanted to where like it doesn't hit $500. In this scenario, it looks like it doesn't. Two times 50, that's 100. Okay, it only came down to 100 in drawdown. So this was actually one of the best entries I had in a while. So I went to 11 and I caught $6,900. So this is a nice entry. And how did I win this trade? And like I said, on my 15-minute time frame. Well, that's before trading view started to act up. But before trading view started to act up, I was going to enter for a sell around here, but price continued to go up, sweep more liquidity. Um, yeah, so more liquidity. Then it came down to the demand zone of sub liquidity. It literally just showed me everything it needed to show me, and I didn't do anything until price hit my point of interest. Like I said right here, I don't care if price get one tick above my point of interest. If price is not getting to my point of interest, I'm not entering. Why? Because that's literally how you get stopped out. Think about it. Price got way down here. See, I'm like, price probably not coming down. Let me enter. Okay, cool. I probably would have won this trade in this scenario. In this scenario, I probably would have won, right? But guess what? I would have won even bigger by just waiting for price to hit my point of interest, and price literally ran to my take profit. So, and let's see what price does, just to be curious. Let's see what price does after this, just to be a little bit curious. Boom! It hits the swing high. So that's like a 1 to 13, something like that. Yeah, 1 to 13, bro. So it's cool. 1 to 11, cool. All right. So what I'm gonna do, and what I always do after I back test a tree, and in either I win or I down. What I do when I back test a tree, when I win or lose it, I document it in the app that I have, because I'm creating an app at the moment. It's not really finished or even close to being finished, but this is the app that I use. Um, and I just come here just to document my trades. So I entered at 43005. So I put 43005. My stop loss was at 42945. 945. My take profit was at 43695. 695. So this is a 111. I did two contracts, which is $50 a tick, risking 1%. I won this trade. Like I said, I won $6,900. I followed the plan. The setup was crystal clear, and the session that I was in. Let me see what that one was. Um, London. Well, overlap. I entered in the overlap session, so I can come back here and I can just put this is the overlap session. Why did I enter? I can say after after my analysis, I entered because of liquidity. I'll just say that entered. To, what can I type? Due to liquidity. What could have been better? Honestly, nothing. Nothing. This was a sniper entry. All right, so now I'll come back here and basically I just screenshot my entry. And I used to do it I used to screenshot my 4 hour time frame, but now I just screenshot my 15 minute, 5 minute, and 1 minute. But if I didn't use my 1 minute, I just screenshot my 5 minutes twice. Yeah, so I can just get here. And the reason I do this is, so when I come back and look at my trades, so I can just, refine my edge even more. Honestly, the app that you see, it is not completed. Like it has 70%, it's 30% completed, bro. I want so much things in this app. It's not completed. So like it'll be a while before I publish it or anything. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. Yeah, price ransom my TP, bro. Like literally. So I'll come back here and I literally just add in the screenshots that I just created. Here. Hopefully this is not lagging because it looks like it's a little bit lagging on my side. So hopefully it's not lagging on yours. Because I have it showing right here on my phone because I know I don't really have any viewers yet. So I'm not really, focused on everything being like picture perfect. So yeah, cool. So, and this is something that I do have to fix in my app right here. Is this like, because right here it shows that I won everything, but I come to here and it shows that I lost two and I won two. These are trades that I took earlier today. Um, yeah. So these were, decent trades. But yeah, so I'll say one thing that really helped in my trading was definitely liquidity. I'll say that. It was definitely liquidity. I don't know why I've been stuttering all day today. Like I really don't know what's going on with that. I'm just showing off the app a little bit. That's all. Just showing it off a little bit. But yeah, this is just something I'm creating. Anyways, um, yeah, I just say that. Let me get some water. Where's my water at? Mm, water is good for you, bro. Um, yeah, I ain't gonna make this one too long. This is just my first one, so I'm not even about to make this video too long, bro. I'm gonna come back tonight again and record again, and so I'm gonna try to get. So this is my second video for today, second stream of the day. I'm gonna come back in about what is like 4. Come back around like 7 or 8 and make one more. If I don't, then I just come back tomorrow morning, which I feel like I might just come back tomorrow morning. But I'll see you in the next one, and yeah, peace out. Peace out, man. Peace out, man.